very disappointed Hideaway Beach became a paid Vegas pool party area instead of a complimentary, tranquil adult area. So this is interesting, and I'm going to be on this week's podcast episode. I'm talking more about this in depth. I think obviously Hideaway Beach is the new thing that the new area, the new adult only area, coming perfect day at CocoCay. We produced a video about that last Thursday for you guys to check on out if you haven't seen it yet. But it does cost extra, and they are definitely going for a Vegas pool party vibe. I mean, what Royal Caribbean says is the feedback they got from customers was people wanted an adults only area where they can have a drink and have music there, and that was the solution. I talked about this in the podcast, Carrie. I also think maybe that we're going to see it's a big area, and the DJ and its music may not disseminate or emanate, whatever the word is, all around Hideaway Beach. It's a pretty large space. Just like when you're in Oasis Lagoon, if you're by the swim up bar, you can hear the DJ. But if you're on an opposite end of the pool, it's really not that. You can still hear it, but it's not nearly as loud or as noticeable. Certainly, you can overlook it. And my hope is that that will still be the case over there. So let's wait and see what the end product is, because it's really hard to judge an 8-acre area based on some concept art and a couple of quotes from Royal Caribbean. That is the vibe they're going for, the Vegas pool party vibe, but not necessarily every inch of it. And I'm curious to see how it actually plays out. So I'm curious. I already purchased my pass for it on the Icon inaugural sailing. So in the name of research, Josh Carruthers will go and research it for us. I'll be there. Are the excursions offered by Royal Caribbean top notch, or third-party excursions any better? See, it's a very subjective question you just asked me, and the answer is they can both Royal Caribbean excursions and third-party could equally be amazing. Like as an example, Charles, when I was in Cabo earlier this year, we booked on our own a private boat rental, and it was phenomenally good, amazing, right? Not the Royal Caribbean. And then we did an excursion many years ago. And I laugh because I still kind of have like PTSD about it. We did a beach excursion through Royal Caribbean in Falmouth, Jamaica, and it was absolutely terrible. One of the worst excursions I've ever done. It was Blue Waters. Terrible. Never go there. So it can go both ways. And I've had bad excursions on my own. I've had great excursions through Royal Caribbean. So you can't paint with that wide a brush, in my opinion. How long before sailing do they send you the night themes? They never actually tell you technically. About 3 or 4 days before the cruise, in the Royal Caribbean app, you will have there they'll show up there for you to look at. But they won't actually tell you unless you look for it in the app about 3 or 4 days before the cruise. What do you recommend as a Valentine's Day dinner on Wonder of the Seas? Honestly, Izumi. Well, Matt, why wouldn't you select One of the Central Park, Chops, Giovanni's? And those are all great choices, but typically on Valentine's Day, there's a surcharge to eat there. It costs more. So Izumi doesn't have one, and I think it's a great one for Valentine's Day. So I say go there. How do I choose the right package and do a payment plan by booking a cruise ahead of time? Number one, book with a travel agent. Truly, they're going to help you out because these are the kind of things that a travel agent can help you with. Because that's the first part, how I choose the right package. It's a really personalized thing. And the payment plan is so much easier through a good travel agent. So reach out to a good travel agent. As you know, I recommend MEI Travel, and they can help you out with that and get you all set up. But that's really what I would do because it makes it so much easier on yourself. Are WOW bands better than SeaPass? No, they're just different. Use them in lieu of each other, or rather in conjunction with each other. If you get a WOW band, you can still use your SeaPass card. I just like it for convenience because I hate digging in my pockets for like my SeaPass card. WOW band's a lot easier, but what ships have them? All the Oasis class ships except for Allure, and I think all the Quantum class ships have them. Any official word on what's taking the place of the space where the SkyPads were? Yeah, the physical structure is still there. That orange blob is still there. They're just instead what they're doing. There's no virtual reality or trampolines. They're doing like free activities like Pilates or beanbag toss, things like that. Looking for a recommendation for a hotel to stay in Port Orlando. Port Orlando's not a port. For the night before the cruise. There are a number of hotels near the port in Cocoa Beach, near Port Canaveral, as well as in Orlando, the city. The home two, like the number two, suites is the one I always stay at. It's brand new. I like it quite a bit. Prices are reasonable. Home two suites is what I would recommend right there. Maya Chan or Nachi Cocom or Paradise Beach. Well, Maya Chan is in Costa Maya. Nachi and Paradise Beach are in Cozumel. So they're two different ports right there. So Maya Chan is obviously I would select for Costa Maya. In terms of Nachi versus Paradise Beach, I've said this before. It depends on number one, do you want all inclusive? Although both Paradise Beach does offer all inclusive. I think the big thing that Nachi offers is that they have limited capacity, although Paradise Beach has capacity. But my point, the thing with Nachi, and I'm not saying this because we do have a giveaway today for Paradise Beach. You can ask Josh; he was there to back me up that I'm not making this up. We went to Nachi Cocom last time we were in Cozumel as a group, and I was very disappointed with it. I thought their service was not great, not as good as it used to be. It was fine. It wasn't as bad as like Mr. Sancho's. That was bad, but I was very unimpressed by it. The nice thing about Paradise Beach is that if they have an all-inclusive option, if you'd like that, or you can go to a pay-as-you-go, which is a nice option as well. The nice thing about pay-as-you-go is if maybe you stay there for 2 hours, maybe you stay there all day. A little more flexible in that regard. Will Icon or Wonder ever come to New Jersey? Ever? It's a hard question to answer. Super true story, Jay. That's a long time, ever. So the answer, listen, if we've learned anything, the fact that eventually ships go everywhere, and certainly the fact that other Oasis class ships have already made it to Cape Liberty, I would say there's a strong chance Wonder will ever get there. Icon, I'm not sure. Why isn't the stay at CocoCay longer? Is there talks to extend the time with Hideaway Beach? Good question. I suspect, like all things in life, it has to do with money. I suspect that the time in port is tied to perhaps a cost with the Bahamas. Royal Caribbean doesn't own the island; they lease the island, right? And you still need to pay fees and taxes for that. Perhaps that is part of the reason. Royal Caribbean. I remember during the pandemic, Royal Caribbean. I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Michael Bailey or another executive. They essentially said that while there are some people like Nautical Hippo and myself who would love to stay there longer, a lot of guests basically love spending the day there, but want to get back on the ship for the usual traditional evening activities, dinner, in air conditioning, dinner, shows, casino. Like they while there is a want for there is some people who want to have that longer stay there. There's a lot more people who don't, and I think that's probably why they don't, among other reasons, perhaps. But we don't have an official answer beyond that. Just returned from a Oasis 7-day, great time, but super disappointed with the main dining room changes. Small portions, long wait time, and only one lobster. I thought it was two. No, it's one lobster per person. That's sorry, you're misinformed there. But for the long wait time, are you doing my time dining? Because I've done videos about this before. Guys, call me crazy. My time dining is a mistake. Do traditional dining. You never have to wait. I'm just saying. And for the small portions, order more than one. There is no penalty for ordering more than one entree, except for lobster, of course. But order 2 entrees, order 3 appetizers, or 7 appetizers if your name is Patty. I mean, that can be a thing. So, go for it. Are you doing a Hideaway Beach? You're doing Hideaway Beach, Matt, and doing a video for us? Heck yeah, absolutely. Jenna and Angie, hopefully, will be there. And we're going to do a video tour of it. Absolutely, yes. Guys, we're back again next Monday right here on YouTube. So come join us here next Monday. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are amazing. Have a good rest of your day. Do something fun. Book another cruise. Stay safe out there. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.